Hello there, I'm Boo, and I like drawing, maximizing my hours in all the Pokemon games to find Chinese, and I really love to complain about lore in World of Warcraft. Hello, and welcome back to a new episode on the channel. Thank you for jumping into me while I'm doing my intro for the third time. Because the trade district in Stormwood is not a good place to record your intro. This is really... for some reason there are a lot of people here, I have no idea why. Well, anyway, we're starting here today because today I'm gonna take you along to a little bit of cozy stuff because as you might hear from my voice, I'm still pretty much under the weather. I'm still pretty sick. And so I'm also just doing relaxing stuff in WoW. I tried to do some M+ with friends and man, after 2 M+, I was done for. I was so exhausted. So, relaxing stuff only today. And we're starting with this character, mostly because this character is one of the two that has stolen Breath of Ohn'ahra. Because after all this time, I finally want to get that little white chicken to have as a flying mount. And so, the good thing is you need 3 of these. They drop from a very special dungeon in Dragonflight. And thankfully, they're warbound. So, if you want to start out doing this mount just like me, then definitely check out with either Alcoholic or by logging frantically into every single character that you've ever played and see if you have one of these, because the thing is they're limited to 3 on your account. So if you already have 3 on 3 different characters, then the game won't drop you another one, and then you might curse the game and be very annoyed, but it's not the game's fault for once. So yeah. And here we are. Now you're gonna be like, wait, Boo, wasn't your rogue a girly? Yeah. And that is something that I will change all the time. And I was just feeling like playing a male undead for now. Because they have their bones sticking out of their rib cages. And for some reason, yeah, the girlies are not allowed to have that. Yeah. I don't know why. Anyway, this is the designated character that I'm doing my little farm on right now. I just got a stolen Breath of Ohn'ahra anyway, and now I sent myself the other one via mail, and I never know where these hoofed fiends have their mailboxes. There we have one. And now I have 2. And so the thing is, you probably know this, but you get the stolen Breath of Ohn'ahra from the Knockhood offensive that for some reason doesn't click. Okay, right click. I see. And the last boss of this dungeon, Balakar Khan, is the one you want to kill over and over and over again for your Breath of Ohn'ahra, or rather the stolen one. And even though I think you should be more than capable of doing it on Mythic or Heroic, you can just blast this one on Normal. And I think they even increased the drop chance, so it's not that much of a grind anymore. But the thing is, and I didn't know that until yesterday, you don't only need this stolen breath, because you also let me clean this up, this looks horrible. You also need to have a little quest chain done over here also in the Ohn'ahra Plains. As you know, I am not the biggest fan of Dragonflight, so I have never really bothered to take care of all of this stuff, but hey, now we can do it together. Isn't that romantic? Also, let me minimize this because that is very annoying. And what you have to do is you have to go to the Ohn'ahra Springs. It's down here, right, with the flight path of, the Ohn'ahra Springs. And there you can start the quest chain, something with an initiate. It's a girly pop, and she stands somewhere here in the camp, and she will give you a quest. It's not that hard to see, because, yeah, it's this cutie pie, initiate Radija, or Radia. I don't know how these guys pronounce each other's names. And then you will do a little quest chain. And afterwards, she will offer the first of 5 dailies to you. And they always look like this. You always need 20 of these super annoying to have in your inventory items that they introduce in Dragonflight. I still have no idea why they did this, because you need them for some transmog, but you never keep them because there are so many of them. You always sell them, and then when you finally need them, for example for this one, then you don't have any, so you run to the auction house and buy them out of there. So yeah, that is the way the cookie crumbles. And you also always need Dragon Eye supplies. The good thing is these are warband bound now, so you can just send them over, which is really neat. Thank you for that. Because I was not in the mood to do any Dragonflight content with Jezebel. So, wait, what did you want? High fiber leaf. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back to my favorite city in the entirety of World of Warcraft and get that stuff. and then I'm gonna come back, and that's gonna be my second daily, and I need to do 3 more, and then I get a mount, and then I unlock the option to talk with a birdie, I think. And that is the thing, because once you have all these stolen breaths, then you still need to do a little question, I think, and then you get your mount. The funny thing, and why I kinda had to do it right now, is the mount is in itself really cool. Wait, isn't it called On? Ah, it's called something with On. Divine Kiss of Ohn'ahra, exactly. I think you can already see it here. So this is a really cool bird, because this bird looks exactly like Ohn'ahra, and the coolest thing, in my opinion, about it is that you turn into this bird. Like, you are not riding this bird, you are the bird. And as you know from my little hyper obsession with Dragthier all of a sudden, I love it when you yourself are the mount. So, but the weird thing is, this thing is missing all its special thingies, because I think the beak and the giant eyebrows are supposed to be made out of wind and be very visible, and they're not. And since my channel is every now and then just a celebration of all the bugs that have accumulated in World of Warcraft by now, because they cannot take care for the life of them of these many pieces of their ginormous game, I kind of wanted to give this a little shout out, because I think this is one of the most sought after mounts from Dragonflight and from probably World of Warcraft in general, because it's not that hard to get, but you have to put in a little bit of elbow grease, and those are usually the things that you know, make the cut for many people, because to just go somewhere and buy a mount is never as much fun as doing a little bit of legwork for something, at least in my humble opinion. Okay, I am, oh my god, my orientation, I can't. You didn't see that. So yeah, this is one of the projects that I'm doing right now, and once I have handed in my daily, I will talk about my other few little projects that I have running. Let's do a little twirl. That always looks very impressive on a horsey. And go back. I mean, to be fair, the Ohn'ahran Plains, that I always call the Ohn'ahra Plains, I think, are definitely my favorite zone of Dragonflight. But as you know, I don't like this place, and I already know there's gonna be people in the comments saying, what? How can you not like Dragonflight? Are you crazy? And honestly, I've been thinking about doing a little video on why I don't like Dragonflight, because people are always asking how the F I'm not liking Dragonflight. And to me, it's always very obvious. But apparently to many people it isn't. And hey, all the power to you. If you like this expansion, good on you. Good on you. That means that you had one more expansion that you really enjoyed. One more than I, at least. Okie dokie. So, by the way, the thing is, we want this cutiepie as a mount. I, for one, am not the biggest fan of Lizzie. But hey, there's definitely people out there that like this cutiepie. So if you're a big Kodo lover, I mean, I am a big Kodo lover, to be honest. The Tauren, well, a traditional mount, let's say. But I don't like these things. I don't know. There's something about the eyes that I'm just not vibing with. But that is a problem for many of the Dragonflight creatures, to be fair. Anyway, to go to my next little project, I'm gonna use the Dalaran Hearthstone. And now here in my favorite neutral city, we're gonna zoom over here to one more glass, which has a little raven above its thingy that tells you where you are. And this is one of the 2, I think, places where you can go into your rogue order hall that apparently still some people are angry about, and rather would have wanted Ravenhold as a order hall. I always love the Hall of Shadows. I think this is so cool, this is so cozy. And I'm picking up this beautiful mission. That is so exciting. I love missions. I love them so much. Because I am doing my Order Hell campaign right now. I mean, unlike the Monk one, I already know the one from the Rogue. I've already done it once. That's also why I have some of these cool weapon appearances. Right. Yeah, exactly. But, what I do not have or not had until recently are all these nice special appearances, the hidden appearances. I've already did the one, as you can see, for Outlaw, which is this really cool rework of Thunder Fury. I already picked up the one from the Underbelly for Assassination. This just drops from all the res in the Underbelly. This one drops from 2 different bosses, from 2 different dungeons, and then you still need to do a little quest chain. Very worth. And the last one for Subtlety I have not picked up yet, because to get that one, you, just like with the Monk, will have to do a little interaction with your class upgrades, which can be found over here with Winston Wolf. And you have to build the vault, which is also the second option. So just like with the Monk and the Brew House, this is very easy to get. Grants a chance for a champion to successful missions to return with a vault ticket. These vault tickets you can hand in with Noggenfogger over there in the other room. And then you can get a ticket to the Palace of Lai Shen, which is a very old scenario back from Pandaria. And there apparently this hidden appearance has a chance to drop. I haven't done this one yet, so once I get the ticket, you can be sure that I will show you how I'm gonna obtain, hopefully, this hidden appearance. Let's see. For now, I'm gonna... oh yeah, under the table. Sounds good. I always like that stuff. And I will check if he really started building it. Yes, he did, because that is also a neat little bug that can happen every now and then. You can start building your upgrades for your auto haul, and they don't really start building them. Yeah, very much fun. Also, wait, I didn't pick up a quest? Valera? Ah! My new champion! Hello, Valera! The most subtle rogue in all of Azeroth, you know? Yeah, they'll never see you coming in an outfit like that. Love that for her. Anyway, let's get out of here. Hello? I said let's get out of here. And so, what you need to do once you have at least one hidden appearance, this is, by the way, for all the classes. This is not for this class only. This is for all the classes. You have this little rider down here. It's always the last one. This is the Mage Tower one. These are no longer available. Thank you very much for this one, Blizzard. And down here you see 4 different options. And one is complete 30 Legion dungeons. One is 200 world quests unlocked. And the last one is killing enemies. Now, for all my PvP players, this one is probably the easiest. For me, that is always the hardest. Because I never do any at PvP. Because I'm bad at it. The 200 world quests, they used to also count for Battle for Azeroth and I think even Dragonflight and Shadowlands, but I'm not sure anymore, so take that with a grain of salt. But there are definitely a lot of world quests in Legion, and they reset every day. So if you really want to grind this out, I think you can grind these 200 out in like 2, 3, 4 days or something. And these 30 Legion dungeons are kinda the easiest, given you have an hourly logout on dungeons, on how many you can enter. This also counts for M+, by the way. So if you want to go on a grinding spree and do 10 in 1 hour, because that's the maximum you can do at the moment, and then want to run some M+, then I have bad news, because you're gonna be on a lockout and can't enter your M+ with your guildies, so keep that in mind. But where I always like to go if I really want to grind this out is I want to go to Stormheim and to the Maw of Souls, because this is a very, very short dungeon. It's also one of my favorite dungeons in World of Warcraft, by the way. And you just have 3 bosses that are very self-explanatory, and at the end of the dungeon, just like in most dungeons nowadays, you can just talk to an NPC or to a portal, and then you can go back to the entrance of the dungeon, reset the dungeon, and go in all again. So that is always how I like to do it, but keep in mind, 10 dungeons, 1 hour, that is the maximum you can do. Anyway, I'm gonna re-equip my items, because I wanted to do... Oh yeah, no, wait, I'm not re-equipping my items, I'm equipping a different artifact weapon. And, hello, wait, I think I need to reset this, otherwise I can't talk to this. Yeah, because, as you can see, I haven't unlocked the hidden appearance for the subtlety weapon yet. But, because it would be down here underneath Ice Shear, which I can't even look at anymore, rip, because the cool thing is, if you do, for example, the 30 dungeons on, let's say, Outlaw, then you have the Outlaw weapon, You also get the assassination weapon for 30 dungeons hidden, and you also get the subtlety weapon even if you don't have it. That is really cool. So in the end you only need one hidden appearance and you will get the 3 others every time you unlock them, but you will never get the base one unless you unlock each and every one of them. I hope that made sense. But that is always a way to get these things even if you're not, you know, on the top of your game. Because there are also some hidden appearances that are very hard to get. Like, I think it's gonna take some time before I have the assassination one, because I still haven't gotten a single vault ticket, because I think I have to do missions that are not the normal missions from the questline, and I haven't really done that yet. So yeah, that is the other project I have going on. And now we go to the last one. And for this one, we will use our wormhole teleport because cute Plagueland survivor Jezebel over here is an engineer. Mostly because I'm doing this. This is your best friend if you ever want to do Shadowlands content, the wormhole generator Shadowlands. If you don't really care on which character you're going to do your Shadowlands shenanigans on, then definitely learn engineering on this character or choose a character that already is an engineer, because if you learn Shadowlands engineering on 1, you only need 1 for this, by the way, you don't need to level or skill anything. You can learn this toy, it should be relatively cheap on the auction house, and also I think learning engineering for Shadowlands is pretty cheap in general, so you know, you can also go down that road. You can get this toy, and this toy can teleport you anywhere in the Shadowlands. And if you also did a lot of Shadowlands content with your engineer, then you also get some additional portals. But I will keep that out for now, because who wants to do Shadowlands content? Let's be honest here. And as you can see, this thing has a cooldown of 15 minutes. That is not a long time, and you can just teleport to all the different covenants. And if you've ever done Shadowlands content, then you know how cool it is to just be able to teleport somewhere, because everything else is only connected by flight paths, which is very annoying. Anyway, we're gonna go to the seat of the Primus over there, which is the home of the Necrolords, because I know he doesn't look like it right now, but good old Jezebel over here is a Necrolord, because there are still so many things in the Shadowlands that I haven't done. And while I have decided for my Hunter to go to the Kyrian and do all Kyrian stuff, I've decided for Jezebel to go to the Necrolords and do all the Necrolord stuff that I haven't done. And now you're gonna say, wait, Boo, you always said that you played through the entirety of Shadowlands. Yes, I did, but do you know how much stuff there is in the Shadowlands to do with the Covenants? And it took them ages to unlock all the Covenants so you can do whatever you want, so I never really bothered to pick up on all of that. I only did stuff with the Nightfare and the Vampire. Anyway, what we're gonna do with this cutie pie over here is building a body. And as you can see, you need quite a lot of anima to build all of this. Very annoying. And the cool thing is that getting anima is still a pain in the bum, especially because there are achievements that give you more anima, and for these achievements you still need to unlock them on each and every single character, because Blizzard is like that sometimes. For that, you need to build all these thingies on level 1, then you get the first achievement. If you build all of these thingies on level 2, you get the second. And when you build them all on level 3, you get the third. And when you have the third, then you get the maximum amount of anima from every single source. And I think it's gonna called We Can Rebuild or something. Let me look this up. We Can Rebuild? Yeah, here we have it. So, as you can see, I've unlocked this on the 11th of August in 2021, but even though it's a stat that it's earned by my warband, it doesn't count for your characters. It doesn't say here, but it doesn't count for all of your characters. Fun, very good. Thank you so much. Best company in the world. So yeah, this is the achievement you want to get. Just make sure that you spend all the anima at some point, because trust me, it's a lot more anima that you're gonna get from everything. And yeah, I still need to gather anima to build up my abomination factory, which is cool, because that means it will take me some time to even start or get to the starting point so I can do all of that. But the good thing is, during that time I can gather all the souls that I still need, which means I can go to the Ma and to Targast and do a lot of Shadowlands content. Yay! As for this Transmog, this is literally one of my favorite ones and one of the reasons why I so desperately want to play Rogue. Apart from the fact that Rogues have amazing Transmog all the way through, this is one of my absolute favorite ones. It combines two of my absolute favorite sets of all time together. So the shoulders, the chest and the girdle, very importantly, are from the Ohn'ahra set that the Rogue has. You can just get that in your Ohn'ahra, given that you've done quite a lot of stuff in Legion that ranges from getting 2 fractions onto Revered to playing through your entire Ohn'ahra campaign, getting exalted with the Night Fallen, stuff like that. The face mask, sadly, is from a set that if you missed the Wrath Time Walking week, you have to wait until the next one comes around, because that is from the leather set and it's called the Drakari Stalker's Trappings. There are some other face masks that you can get anytime, but they don't have this green shine to them. So yeah, maybe wait a little bit. Otherwise, I feel like every other face mask also does the trick with this one. You can also go face mask free, obviously. The weapons, they will always bug out when you transmog this, so don't be freaked out if your offhand or main hand are missing in the transmog window. That is completely normal. The main hand is one of the Dreadblade's appearances from Legion, that is the outlaw weapon, and the offhand is one of the appearances of Fang of the Devourer, which is also an artifact Legion weapon from the Rogue. This is from the Subtlety Rogue. I feel like these two weapons are the most exchangeable ones of this set, and if you have not collected these, I think any other venom dripping green weapon also will do the trick. And the back piece is my pride and joy. This one drops from one of the rare mobs in the Destroyed Dalaran Rip on the Isle of Donegal. This one has a chance to drop from Rotfist. You can hardly miss him, he's very big and ugly. It has not the highest drop chance, but also not the lowest, so give it a few tries and it should drop. And the tabard is obviously also interchangeable, because this one you get from the Laughing Skull orcs only on hard side, but since there are also some other green tabards, I think you should be fine. You can also go without a tabard. And last but very importantly not least, this green glow that my character has rocking, that comes from the Irridated Undercoat, and this one is a drop from Mechagon. It drops from the Reclamation Rig. That is a little event on Mechagon. You can look it up on Wowhead. It is a little bit more complicated, especially if you have never been to Mechagon, but it's definitely worth the wait. And if you have this on a different character, good news, it's a count bonus since the War Within. So if you have this on a character that you're not playing anymore, send it to your cool rogue and look super forsaken and super deadly, just like me. And back to the world of the living. I haven't been lucky yet to get my third breath of Ohn'ahra. I don't really know if it has something to do with the fact that I said that it doesn't have the worst drop chance, because I've been to this dungeon I think 13 times now and it still hasn't dropped. But hey, reading some Wowhead comments, apparently that's just sometimes luck in World of Warcraft for you. So we'll be back and we'll try some more. I mean, fair enough, I still need 2 more dailies with Lizzie, which is why I just sent myself some 1000-byte piranhas. Piranha. I don't know, in German we call them piranhas, so I don't know how you pronounce them. Anyway, here you go, girly pop. There you have some fish. I hope you like it. Wohlbekommt's. Oh yeah, she likes them. Hell yeah. Ah! Don't run me over. I'm very squishy. After all, why shouldn't I? Because I think I should. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that this is now an achievement. Yeah, I think I mostly just have some questing with Vol'jin to do, because I never did his storyline. Yeah, exactly. And apart from that, probably... Wait, why did that kick me out of that? No. Wait, where is that? Expansion features. There. And yeah, I still need to do some specific island expeditions, I think. And I think I never loved all the critters. I always forget that these achievements even exist. But hey, maybe during this winter break I will also get my Yani mount, or Yani or Jani. don't even know how you pronounce her. Or rather, she's not, Yanni is not a her or a she, it's a he, which I always thought is so weird. I always thought that's a girl lore, but yeah, whatever. Whatever. But anyway, I think even though we really haven't done much in this video, I think I'm gonna call it quit right here and now. As you probably can still hear, I'm still very much sick, but I still wanted to record a little video, and yeah, this is pretty much all I'm doing in WoW at the moment anyway. Not that there is much else to do. I've visited the Siren Isles exactly 4 times this week to get my upgrades for the ring and to walk on the sea floor, and that was basically it. And apart from that, as always, I am just busy in old content and thinking if I want to level another Death Knight, because is there ever a bad time to level a Death Knight? No, there isn't. In any case, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider leaving a like or a comment. It helps and I appreciate it so much. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe consider doing that as well. And I hope that you got through the holiday season without catching a horrible cold. That is also not going anywhere because I'm doing too much for that. And apart from that, that you are having a great few days between Christmas and the New Year, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. And until then, bye bye.